Today we're going to be talking about a comedian named Ashley Gavin. Now, Ashley Gavin had to come out with a apology video recently. Ashley was on set telling a joke while the audience was having a good time, enjoying themselves. Everybody was laughing, and then all of a sudden she just starts yelling at somebody in the audience, telling them some pretty mean things. Now, I could understand if this situation was a heckler in the audience, but she wasn't even heckling. She was just being part of the audience, enjoying it and, yelling and having fun like Ashley suggested at the beginning of the show. And while this is only one incident, it does seem like there is a pattern where Ashley tends to blame others for the reasons why these things happen or why her comedies don't go as well as she would like. She tends to blame her fans for not liking comedy, rather just liking her for being lesbian. Now, you might have seen some of Ashley's TikToks because they seem to be pretty viral. Her TikToks seem to do pretty well most of the time, and she has over 1 million followers on TikTok. Now, we're going to take a closer look here exactly at what happened at that show and what caused this whole apology video thing to happen, and take a closer look at Ashley's patterns towards her fans, her behavior, her attitude towards her fans specifically.
Ashley proclaims on her podcast to be a mental health advocate, but she needs to bring that to her shows. I've edited the audio and will play it in clips to explain what you're hearing because the comedian does go a bit off the rails. Here's the first clip of Ashley bringing up, and Olivia makes an O sound at the end because it's a sensitive subject, and Ashley decides to hone in on her.
I had an That was the most virtue signaling piece of dog shit I've ever seen in my entire life. Don't pull back on me. That was fucking annoying as fuck.
So you can hear there that she kind of hones in on Olivia, who is here, the one that she targeted, and had this outburst on and just starts going off on her.
Tells Olivia to unalive herself twice, to which Olivia is now nervous and says to Ashley that she's already tried to, and Olivia tells her to shut up and that she's annoying. The next clip, she continues to tell her she's annoying and needs to try harder to unalive herself, and Ashley tells Olivia she's interrupted her set and that her mother should have stopped her pregnancy with her.
Shut the fuck up! I don't care! You're an annoying person! Try harder to yourself! Alright? You just interrupted the tension that I was building into the joke. Your mother should...
How does one interrupt the tension whenever the whole crowd is in an uproar? They're all yelling. Everybody's yelling. How is this one person interrupting it?
Okay. Jesus, don't pull back on me. You know she was weird.
When Olivia goes to leave, Ashley tells Olivia and her friend that they both need to take a bullet to you-know-what.
Line yourself up in a line, okay? Through each of your skulls, one shot.
Now, after all this has happened, and clearly Olivia is upset, Ashley says this.
Just I'll comp their whole thing, comp everything.
Now, Olivia never saw her after the show, and her ticket costs were not taken care of either. Olivia is now gone, and Ashley continues to talk about her, says she isn't her therapist and really doesn't need to be there for someone just because they told her they tried to unalive themselves before.
I'm so sorry. I'm not her therapist. I can't do that. I'm so sorry that at one point you tried to take your life. I'm so sorry.
I've now heard so many stories from people that have been personally affected by Ashley, but they don't feel comfortable coming forward. Understandably so, because she has such a huge following.
Now, from my understanding, there was a lot of people at that show. So I think like 300, that's what Olivia says in one of her videos. It would be hard for people to see exactly the interaction that went down there. So if you see a comedian up on the stage doing what you would be thinking is like fighting off a heckler, right? So you're going to be like, yeah, get that heckler. Yeah, get him out of here, ruining the show and stuff, right? You wouldn't be thinking that they were just sitting there being like, oh, like cheering and stuff like that, and then just get word vomited on and just berated and told to go unalive yourself. Like, that is uncalled for. It's not even funny. That's not even a joke. How is that even a joke? Like, I can understand if it was like part of the set or something like that, but not to say it directly to somebody in the audience, So now you understand what went down there, but let's listen to how it happened from the perspective of Olivia, which was the person that Ashley was yelling at her fan. And just to set the scene here, she bought VIP tickets for a meet and greet with this comedian. This was her favorite comedian. She was excited to meet her, shake her hand, say hello. And she was also having trouble with her dog. So Olivia was feeling very stressed out about the whole situation. And she needed this. She needed to be part of something that was going to make her feel happy, laugh, and let go a little bit. Unfortunately, that's not what she got.
So she starts getting the crowd riled up before the opener. She comes out and tells us to not hold back and to just laugh and be loud.
And later on, Olivia would go on to say in an interview she did for Indie Star, saying that before the show, Gavin had addressed the audience, imploring them to laugh. She kind of aggressively gets the crowd where she kind of talked crap about her fans and says her fans just never laugh. They always hold back. It's like 10 minutes of screaming at us that we'd better not hold back, we better be loud. And it's assumed that she does this for her content. She needs to have the crowd laughing in the background so that way when she uploads these TikToks, it seems like maybe her jokes are hitting a little better than what they actually are. Which at that point, you might as well just go ahead and throw up a sign that says laugh and turn it on whenever you want your audience to laugh at one of your jokes. And just to back up Olivia's statement here, there was another person that made a TikTok saying this.
The entire show, she yelled at us, everybody. She just screamed at everybody, then told us to laugh really hard, which is why I think her TikToks do so well. I don't think she's that funny naturally.
So here we have two people saying that she comes out on stage telling people to just, if you laugh, make sure you laugh really, really hard, because we got some content over here that we got to be posting on TikTok and we got to look good. Thank you.
At one point in time, she talks about, and of course, I'm loud, just like she requested. I guess I was thinking I was being supportive. Next thing I know, she looks me dead in the face and the crowd is silent. And she tells me that I am the most annoying fan that she has ever had come to one of her shows. Immediately after that, she tells me to go unalive myself. And I, jokingly, but also very seriously, was like, I already have.
Olivia was referring to an incident when she was 18 years old and overdosed on Tylenol when she was saying that she already had.
She proceeds to tell me to go unalive myself over and over and over again. All of a sudden, there's just this pit in my stomach, and I mean, I don't know how many people were there. Probably it was a sold out show, so between probably 300 and 500 people, and I'm in front of everyone, and she's telling me to go unalive myself, which I've struggled with my mental health my whole life. This is a serious thing. So I can just feel my chest getting tight, my stomach getting in a knot, and I just feel the tears welling up behind my eyes, and I look at my friend and I'm like, Emily, I can't be here. As quietly as I could, I walked the ultimate walk of shame in front of this entire crowd that I just got mortified in front of, and I just walk out with my head down. When I get outside, our server comes outside and apologizes to me and offers to see if she can find us free tickets for a different show. And
it's pretty bad when the server has to come out and apologize for the comedian. So Olivia releases that video on June 21st, and then Ashley releases her video on July 3rd after receiving a lot of backlash. Let's check out that video now.
I'm making this video to address something that happened at a show of mine recently in Indianapolis. If you're familiar with my work, you know that sometimes I include audience interaction and crowd work in my show, and typically it's very fun. In this particular interaction, I let my emotions get the best of me, and I way overreacted to an audience member's interaction.
Well, this is starting off a lot better than some other apology videos I've seen in the past, and she's taking accountability, and that's good.
I have been a comedian for almost 10 years. I know that I could have done better. I should have done better, and I want to be super clear about this. I took it way too far, and I am so sorry. I have been thinking a lot about this, and I don't take it lightly. If you're familiar with my stand-up, you know that I discuss my own mental health struggles, and you may also know that I lost my cousin. And the reason that I talk about these issues in my stand-up is because I know how painful and isolating it can be, and I am trying specifically to break down those feelings of isolation. But in this audience interaction, I did not bring the care that I usually bring to the topic, and I hurt someone who has also felt that pain. And for that, I am deeply, deeply sorry. My behavior had the opposite effect of everything that I'm trying to do with my work. And I hold myself to a really high bar. I missed that bar in Indianapolis, and I'm going to do better for myself, for you, for anyone who ever comes to my shows again. And to those of you who've reached out to me with support because you know where I stand on this issue, you know my heart, and you know that I want to be held accountable, I'm really, really grateful for your support. And if you don't know much about my work and you're hearing this for the first time, I hope you can feel my sincerity. And thank you to everyone for taking the time to listen to this.
Well, that's the apology video. I think she was being sincere. It would have been nice if she acknowledged the person she was talking about a little bit more directly and kind of talked more about that, because she did tell this person to go off themselves multiple times. Even after they left the room, they were still talking about it, telling them they should have been aborted and her friend should have lined up simultaneously and shot in the head. And at the show, she also said she was pro-suicide and she'd retweet anyone that said she was. And then she actually went on to reply to fans' tweets that said she was pro-suicide with "I am." I just find it weird for someone that focuses and advocates mental health issues that they do this kind of stuff. Really weird. Now, in this next clip I'm going to show you, it's Ashley talking about her special that she released, but it's not doing so well. And the reason why isn't because, you know, her comedy isn't funny. No, it's because of something else. And let's take a watch and find out what it is.
Critically, it's done really well. Like, some of the biggest comedians in the world who I don't even know have posted it and been like, this is an amazing special. But the issue that I'm facing is that my fans don't love me because they love comedy. They love me because I'm their gay little friend.
So maybe the whole reason she's feeling the way she's feeling is because she's mad at her fans for not liking her comedy, but only liking her because she's gay. Anyways, I find this whole situation really weird. I'm curious what you guys think. Let me know in the comments down below. And if you're new here, don't forget to hit that subscribe button, leave a like for the algorithm, and I will see you in the next video.